Chapter 6: The Coastal Plains and Islands. Get set. What of the following are likely to be found in coastal plains and islands both? The coastal plains. The coastal plains of India are the plains that are on the shores of the seas surrounding the peninsula India. The plains along the shores of Arabian Sea are called Western Coastal Plains, and the plains along the shores of Bay of Bengal are called Eastern Coastal Plains. These plains meet at Kanyakumari, which is the tip of the southernmost peninsula. Chirpy says, India has a coastline of 7,516.6 km, 5,422.6 km of mainland coastline, plus coastline of 2,094.0 km Indian islands, touching 9 states and 4 union territories UTs. Western Coastal Plains. On the west, between the Western Ghats and the Arabian Sea, are the Western Coastal Plains. These are a narrow belt of plains, vary from the width of 10 to 80 km and a length about 1,500 km. They begin from Gujarat in the north and passes through Maharashtra, Goa, Karnataka and Kerala. They are narrower in Karnataka and broader in Kerala. They are made up of alluvial soil brought down by the short streams originating from the Western Ghats. They are divided into 3 main parts: the Gujarat coast in the north, the Konkan coast in the middle, the Malabar coast in the south. The Gujarat coast. The coast along the state of Gujarat is called the Gujarat coast. The famous Gulf of Kutch and Gulf of Khambat are located in this coast. The famous Gir National Park is also located here. The Konkan coast. The Konkan coast stretches from the coast of Maharashtra to Goa. The land of this region is rocky and uneven. The rocks run right into the ocean, due to which there is a danger for the ships running around. Therefore, a number of lighthouses have been built along the coast to warn the ships and boats against rocks in the water. The Malabar coast. The Malabar coast stretches from Goa to Kanyakumari. It is famous for its lagoons. Lagoons are areas of shallow water separated from the sea by sandbars. These lagoons are also called backwaters of the sea. They are connected with one another by canals. These lagoons are used for navigation by boats and steamers. The Eastern Coastal Plains. On the east, between the Eastern Ghats and the Bay of Bengal, are the Eastern Coastal Plains. They begin from West Bengal in the north and pass through Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana and Tamil Nadu. The Eastern Coastal Plains are wider than the Western Coastal Plains. The plains stretch for nearly 1,500 km with nearly a width of 100 km. The deltas of the Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri rivers have formed nearly 25% of the area of this plain. The soil of the deltas is very fertile. We can divide these plains into 2 parts: the northern Sirkas in the north, the Coromandel coast in the south. The northern Sirkas. The northern parts of the eastern coastal plains are called the northern Sirkas. The region stretches up to the coast of West Bengal, to the coast of Odisha and Andhra Pradesh. Visakhapatnam is an important seaport of the northern Sirkas. The Coromandel coast. The southern part of the eastern coastal plains is known as the Coromandel coast. It covers the coast of Tamil Nadu. Chennai is the major port of this coastline. It is the 3rd largest port in India. Chirpy says, the delta of the river Krishna is very fertile and is known as the granary of South India. The islands. There are 2 major island groups in India: the Andaman and Nicobar Islands in the Bay of Bengal and the Lakshadweep Islands in the Arabian Sea. Andaman and Nicobar Islands. These are 2 groups of many small and big islands in the Bay of Bengal. The northern islands are known as Andaman Islands. The southern islands are known as Nicobar Islands. They are separated by a water body which is called the 10-degree channel. It is believed that these islands are an elevated portion of submarine mountains. However, some smaller islands are volcanic in origin. Barren Island, the only active volcano in India, is also situated in the Nicobar Islands. The coastline has some coral deposits and beautiful beaches. These islands receive convectional rainfall and have an equatorial type of vegetation. The most southern part of the islands is called Indira Point. It is also known as the southernmost part of India. Lakshadweep Islands. These islands are located at a distance of 280 km to 480 km off the Malabar coast. The entire group of islands is built of coral deposits, so they are also called as coral islands. There are approximately 36 islands, of which 10 are inhabited. All of these islands are very small and have flat and sandy land. They are hardly 4 to 5 meters above the sea level. Since these islands are very small, they are also known as atolls. Think a while. Do you find any similarity between the coastal plains and islands? Quick review. The plains along the shores of Arabian Sea are called Western Coastal Plains. The plains along the shores of Bay of Bengal are called Eastern Coastal Plains. The Eastern Coastal Plains are wider than the Western Coastal Plains. There are two major island groups in India, the Andaman and Nicobar Islands in the Bay of Bengal and the Lakshadweep Islands in the Arabian Sea. Barren Island, the only active volcano in India, is also situated in the Nicobar Islands. Indira Point is the southernmost part of India.